According to the ancient Egyptian Book of the Dead, who you are is limited only by who you think you are. Dear friend, over 5,000 years ago, in a barren land on the northeast corner of the African continent, there flowed a great river that fertilized the desert and allowed for crops to flourish. Around that desert sprung the most unlikely civilization, ruled by men who claimed to be gods on earth. Even today, this ancient, mysterious civilization fascinates the imagination and enthralls the senses. This civilization, of course, was ancient Egypt, and these ruling gods on earth were the pharaohs. The pharaohs were looked at as gods because they understood the universe and the nature of reality in a way we are only beginning to understand today. Their knowledge was thousands of years ahead of its time, and they knew mystical secrets that allowed them to accomplish feats and tasks that were otherwise impossible. They lived thousands of years ago, and we still don't know how they accomplished engineering feats like the pyramids and the Sphinx, not to mention their social, political, and spiritual achievements as well. The pharaohs were able to shape their world to an extent that still baffles us today because they knew secrets about the cosmos and the physical universe. And now, you can use those exact same secrets to get anything you want out of life. Stick with me for a few minutes, and you'll see how the Pharaoh Code can help you shape your life into anything you want it to be. Endless wealth, perfect love, a better job, a brilliant mind, perfect health, youth and beauty. Anything you want, the Pharaoh Code can deliver easily and quickly. The pharaohs used these secrets to build the most powerful and magnificent empire the world had ever seen. So amazing that thousands of years after the last pharaoh ruled the sands, we still flock to Egypt to see the remains of that ancient culture, and we treat their memory with a reverence reserved for only the most holy cultures and places in the world. They were so advanced in their knowledge of the universe and its laws that the pharaoh's secrets have been the foundation for virtually every wisdom school in the history of the world. The Greek philosophers traveled to Egypt to learn. The Romans traveled to Egypt to learn. And together, the Greeks and Romans spread the wisdom of Egypt throughout the world. The pharaohs understood things about the universe that no other culture in the world knew. They shared their knowledge with a select few, who took it back to Greece and laid the foundation for the world we live in today. You don't know it yet, but in just a few minutes you'll learn how the smartest men in history used the Pharaoh Code to literally build the modern world, and it's all been intentionally hidden from you. The pharaohs learned their code from one of the wisest men to ever walk the earth. His name was Hermes Trismegistus, or Thrice Great Hermes. He was so wise and so knowledgeable that he was worshipped as a god by the Egyptians, and by the Greeks, the Romans, the Arabs, and was considered by many to have lived alongside Moses. According to Marsilio Ficino, he was called Trismegistus because he was the greatest philosopher, the greatest priest, and the greatest king. Hermes Trismegistus wrote all his mystical secrets on a scroll called the Emerald Tablet. The pharaohs, through the wisdom on the Emerald Tablet, were able to accomplish things many people still don't understand today. I know you don't yet realize how influential the Emerald Tablet has been. I promise you, when I spill the beans in just a moment, you will be shocked and stunned. For example, Sir Isaac Newton, whom many consider one of the smartest men to have ever lived, translated, studied, and understood the tablet. Now really think about this for a moment. The man who uncovered the rules of mechanical physics, sometimes called Newtonian physics, studied the Emerald Tablet of Hermes Trismegistus and used his wisdom to become one of the most important people in history. Now, before we dive into some of the Emerald Tablet's wisdom, I want you to know it could get a little confusing. We are going to be talking about strange and maybe uncomfortable concepts, including the structure of the universe and how your mind works. Now, I'm not a psychologist or a doctor, but I have studied the Pharaoh Code and used it to create an amazing life for myself. I make a healthy six-figure income, working at home on my own time and in my own way. I can do that because I understand the Pharaoh Code, and when I want to level things up, I simply use the Pharaoh Code to compel the universe to give me what I want. I know that might sound unbelievable, but stick with me because I'm not only going to prove to you that some of the most accomplished men in history used the Pharaoh Code to get what they want, but I'm also going to share with you how you can do exactly what I've done and more. As much more as you want. So stay with me even if you get a bit confused. By the end of this presentation, it will all make perfect sense. I understand nobody likes the feeling of being confused, and sometimes people will tune out if they start feeling that way. I'm going to ask you to resist that urge. Recognize that confusion is simply your mind working to understand something new. When you feel confused about a subject, it means you're about to have a breakthrough of understanding. Ignoring the subject just guarantees that you'll never grow as a person. So facing that confusion and making yourself work to understand it will expand your mind and help you to grow into your full potential. So, even if you feel confused, bear with me, and what you will learn over the next few minutes will change your life forever. As unbelievable as it might seem, some of history's most famous geniuses followed the Pharaoh Code to uplift their brilliance and build the world they wanted to see. From Sir Isaac Newton to Leonardo da Vinci to the founder of NASA's Jet Propulsion Laboratory, all of them knew how to study and apply the Pharaoh Code in their lives. And scientists aren't the only people who find success in its wisdom and power. Unfortunately, most people who know about the Pharaoh Code won't reveal their use of it, because it's normally only shared in a mystery school and after a solemn vow to secrecy. However, once you know what to look for, you can see the signs in countless very successful people. A short list of celebrities and successful people who have used the principles of the Pharaoh Code include Jimmy Page from Led Zeppelin, Ringo Starr from the Beatles, Ozzy Osbourne, David Bowie, Sting, and Marilyn Manson. And it's not only the celebrities and successful people I see who use the Pharaoh Code to achieve success. There are also business leaders, politicians, and non-musician entertainers like Elon Musk, Oprah Winfrey, and Sir Richard Branson. Now here's the thing. There are millions of people who are smarter, more talented, and might even deserve wealth, fame, and power as much or more than the people on this list. But they didn't get it, and the people on this list did instead. Why? The Pharaoh Code is why. Using the Pharaoh Code is what makes the difference between an average, ordinary life and an extraordinary life. A life worth living. You want fame? The Code can deliver. You want money? It can be yours. Do you want amazing personal relationships? The Code will create it for you. You want bulletproof health? Well, people who practice the Pharaoh Code have a habit of living a long and vibrant life. For example, Sir Isaac Newton lived to 84 years old in a time when men expected to live only 34 years. And Benjamin Franklin, founding father of the United States and practitioner of the Pharaoh Code's principles, also lived to the ripe old age of 84. He might have expected to live to 40. George Washington lived almost 30 years longer than the average man he grew up with, and Leonardo da Vinci lived almost 40 years longer than a man in his time. In short, when applied to your life, the Pharaoh Code can extend life and makes it more worth living while you're here. The simple fact is, the Pharaoh Code can deliver whatever you want out of life if you will simply apply the lessons and follow the Code. And the great news is, the Code isn't hard to follow. There's nothing that requires a high IQ or tremendous self-discipline. You simply have to follow a few easy practices and ideas. Then your dream life will simply unfold from within you, almost like magic. That's why the Code has been kept secret from the masses for so many thousands of years. Can you imagine if everyone knew how easy it is to craft your world and bend the universe to your will? The powers that be are afraid it would be mayhem, and they're terrified that the more power you have, the less it will mean for them. But I disagree. I think it's our birthright as humans, and it's time that we took it back. By learning and following the Code, you can rest assured you will have everything you desire. It's the law of the universe, and no other outcome is possible. The simple fact is, some of the smartest people in history understood that the pharaohs could change their world in impossible ways. They've used that knowledge to do everything from defining the rules of physics, to sending men to the moon, to amassing wealth and fame. If the Pharaoh Code can help an ancient society build structures even we can't build today, if it can help a 17th century scientist understand and define world-changing physics, if it can help a 15th century artist discover the mechanics of flight, if it can put human beings on the moon, and if it can help thousands of people throughout history achieve their dreams, what do you imagine it could do for you in your life? I can tell you, once you understand the Pharaoh Code, you'll be able to live the life you've always dreamed of. More money, the perfect spouse, a better job, whatever you want, it can be yours so quickly it may seriously surprise you. As a matter of fact, some people have had to slow down the success they have with the Pharaoh Code because things changed so powerfully and so quickly that they got scared. Here's the really cool thing. If you follow the code, you will get and keep your every desire. Those stories about people getting everything they ever wanted only to lose it again, that's because they didn't understand the Pharaoh Code. If they had, they'd have kept their heart's desire for the rest of their lives. So whether your heart's desire is money, empowerment, happiness, love, you name it and you can have it on one condition. You must promise to only use these secrets for good. Let me introduce myself. My name is Azizi Amun, and for the last 10 years I've studied what makes successful people successful and, maybe more importantly, why failures fail. What is it that separates the top 5% in any area of life from the bottom 95%? And I'm not just talking about money. I'm talking about relationships, marriages, athletics, career advancement, intellectual pursuits, and of course money too. By uncovering and coming to understand the Pharaoh Code, I can help you unleash tremendous personal power and take control of your life. But there are some people out there who have used this power to enslave and control the vast majority of the world, so I want to make sure you aren't going to use this power for sinister ends. If that's you, if you desire to manipulate others and bend other people to your will, then I want you to leave now. Do not continue to watch this presentation. If you're going to stay, you have to make this pact with me, that you will never use the Pharaoh Code for evil ends. You will work for your own good, but only in a way that will not hurt others. You will spread love, not hate. And once you've achieved stability and the beginnings of abundance, you will work for the good of mankind. I don't need to define that because every person in the world knows good from evil and right from wrong, and that includes you. So if you watch any further, you've entered this pact with me and you may not leave it as long as you continue to use the Pharaoh Code. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Still here? Good. We need more people who will do what is right while you create the life of your dreams. Here's why the Pharaoh Code has worked so well for so many successful people. The Pharaoh Code works because it taps into your subconscious mind, which is directly connected to the entire universe. You see, the Bible tells us that God created man in his own image. Now, that doesn't mean God is about 6 feet tall with 2 arms and 2 legs and hair on his head. It means he made mankind to be a creator. That's what the subconscious mind does. It taps into the universe to help create the world you want to create. However, there is a built-in safety valve that keeps the universe from wildly swinging from one manifestation to another, like a grasshopper in a field of hungry mice. That safety valve is the separation of the conscious and subconscious mind. The Pharaoh Code allows you to bring these two parts of your mind together so they work in harmony with each other, and that's when life becomes a breeze. While the subconscious mind is what changes the universe, without the conscious mind to direct things, it has little or no power. Master the rules and laws of your mind, and you will master the universe. Those rules and laws that govern the universe and your mind are the secrets of the Pharaoh Code. See, it's within the conscious mind that we find focus and intention. By harnessing and training the conscious mind to follow a few simple principles, and by using the imagination, you will unleash the bound-up power of your subconscious mind, and the universe will follow your every command. Imagination is the key that unlocks the kingdom of abundance. Remember what I said earlier about God making us in His image? Well, that image, as I mentioned, is as a creator, and the heart of your creative and creator power is in your imagination. See, humans are the only creatures on the planet who can imagine things. That might not seem like much, but it's actually pretty incredible. You can create, in your mind, something that doesn't exist. Then you can imprint that image onto the universe, and by doing so, make it come into being. Without your imagination, you couldn't do it. It's the imagination that makes things happen. Every other animal on Earth can see the world for what it is, but we can see the world as we want to make it, and then make it happen. That power, our imagination, is the core of our ability to create, and your imagination is dependent on your conscious mind. If you'll try a quick experiment with me, just close your eyes and imagine the taste of strawberries. If you imagine vividly enough, your mouth will actually start watering and you'll taste the strawberries. Imagination is located in our conscious mind. So the driver behind our ability as creators is found in our conscious mind, but the ability to create is housed in our subconscious mind. And if they're not working together seamlessly, we can't access our ability to change the universe. That's where the Pharaoh Code comes in. It creates harmony between your conscious and subconscious minds so that all of your creative power is unleashed. Now, here's the amazing part. It's very simple. It doesn't take years of study or frustrating discipline. It just takes a few minutes a day and the ability to follow a few simple directions. It's so ridiculously easy that you'll be stunned how truly powerful it is. Is it any wonder that people have kept the Pharaoh Code secret for thousands of years? If the kings of old had released this information to their subjects, they would no longer have been subjects at all. They would have realized they were every bit as powerful as a pharaoh. And that, my friend, just wouldn't do. So they kept the information secret, only passing it down from one member of various mystery schools to another. Eventually, the mystery schools lost the source of the knowledge, but they kept the knowledge itself. And it's been passed from one person to another for over 5,000 years, only now to be widely released for all mankind to use and benefit from. We live in an abundant universe. It can easily create everything we need to live in comfort and abundance. The scarcity you see around you isn't necessary, and it's only here because a few people want to keep power and control over the rest. And so they kept the Pharaoh Code a secret. But it's time that secret was shared with the world. That's why I'm so excited to announce the first public release of the Pharaoh Code. When you enroll in this life-changing video course today, you'll discover why sandcastles at the beach hold the secret key to blast away society's lies and reveal the truth about the universe, what it's made of, and how you can follow a simple system to reorder your reality and get anything you want in life. Next, I'll reveal the Rules of Rhythm roadmap that will allow you to get out of bad moods fast, enjoy good ones longer, and master the ups and downs of life so you don't get emotionally shipwrecked on the cold, hard rocks of most people's reality. In Lesson 3, you'll discover the myth of the eternal blank that stops millions of people across the globe from living happy, successful, abundant lives that work in harmony with the universe rather than against it. See, Hollywood movies, Netflix shows, and relentless advertising have warped people's expectations and made you believe that unless you meet them, you should feel broken and ashamed. But once you learn the myth of the eternal blank, you can free yourself from the shackles of shame and step into the abundance that's always been your birthright. Then in Lesson 4, I'll reveal why the difference between hot and cold is the mysterious answer to mastering your emotions and living a high-vibration life. You can say goodbye to victimhood forever, because once I reveal this incredible secret, you'll feel like you're picking and choosing your emotions right out of a catalog. Next, you'll discover the 3-step vibrational magnet system that literally forces the universe to bring you anything and everything you desire. Get this wrong, and you won't get what you want no matter how hard you work. But get it right, and it'll feel like you have a magic wand that you can simply wave in the air to manifest anything you want. I'll then show you how ancient paintings of the sun and moon reveal powerful secrets about the mysteries of your own subconscious mind and how you can harness their power to rewrite negative programming, overcome childhood traumas, and step into the most powerful possible version of yourself. When you enroll in the Pharaoh Code video course today, you'll even discover the 2 magic phrases that reveal the story you've been telling yourself for years now, how it's creating and affecting the results you've been getting, and how you can use 4 little words to rewire your own mind for success, abundance, and joy instead. Ippo from Greece took the course and said, "I have a master's degree in engineering, but never noticed that natural laws apply to human behavior as well. But after watching Lesson 3 of the Pharaoh Code, I realized how easily I can master my emotions, and therefore change my entire reality." Michael from California learned the Pharaoh Code and said, "My life was an absolute mess before I discovered these lessons. But now money flows in my direction, I have better health, and the power of polarity technique in Lesson 4 gave me incredible power over my state of mind as well." When Kelvin from Singapore took the course, he said, "Before going through the Pharaoh Code, I was too distracted to really master a skill in life. But Aziz's explanation in the As Above, So Below lesson gave me such insight that I now find myself in a natural flow state. It feels like a huge burden has been lifted off my shoulders. Thank you so much for the course." Now, you might be hearing me talk about the Pharaoh Code and the success of its students, thinking about how amazing this all sounds and wondering what it costs to enroll in this course today. See, the truth is, there's nothing like this in existence. I mean, sure, there are ancient tomes and philosophical books that talk about these ideas, but they're hard to find, harder to read, and some of them cost hundreds or even thousands of dollars if you can even manage to find them at all. In fact, when I first released the Pharaoh Code, anyone who wanted to enroll had to pay $197 for access to this world-shaking, life-changing course. But then I thought about it some more and realized that for a lot of people, $197 is a huge investment. Someday, once you've followed the Pharaoh Code and manifested an amazing life with it, $197 won't seem like very much at all. But for the time being, since I really want to make sure as many people as possible can access this amazing material, I've decided to make it available today for the insanely low price of just $47. All you've got to do is simply click the button below, fill out and submit your payment information, and in just a few minutes, you'll get the registration link and can begin your journey towards abundance, success, and incredible personal power. Sign up today, and I'm even going to throw in not 1, not 2, but 3 incredible free bonuses to make your journey to abundance even easier and faster. The first free bonus you'll get when you enroll in the Pharaoh Code is a complete set of MP3 audio tracks from the course lessons, so you can listen to the Pharaoh Code in the car, at the gym, or wherever you have your headphones. The Pharaoh Code audio set normally sells for $27 on its own, but you'll get it absolutely free when you enroll in the course today. The second amazing free bonus I've got for you is called the Abundance Amplifier. I spent years learning the ins and outs of hypnotherapy, and the Abundance Amplifier is a special hypnosis track I designed and recorded just for you that will get into the deepest parts of your own subconscious and begin to automatically rewire you for success and abundance. The Abundance Amplifier normally sells for $37 on its own, yours completely free when you order the Pharaoh Code today. Your third free bonus is an ebook called the Self-Confidence Supercharger. I put it together for you because some people, even when they have all the best information, ideas, tools, tips, and tricks to succeed and live abundantly, still don't have the self-confidence to actually take action and create that dream life. In this powerful ebook, you'll learn about the 4 biggest myths about self-confidence, dozens of ways you can improve your own confidence in any area you want, a super powerful hypnotic trick that lets you flood your body and mind with confidence just by snapping your fingers, and a whole lot more. The Self-Confidence Supercharger normally sells for another $27, but when you enroll in the Pharaoh Code today, I'll throw it in absolutely free. That's $288 worth of powerful manifestation material for just $47. That's over $240 off what you'd pay if you got all the pieces of this offer separately. And again, all you have to do is simply click the button below, Fill out and submit your payment information on our 100% safe and secure checkout page, and you're only minutes away from having full access to every single word of this powerful, life-changing course. I spent a lot of time, energy, and money putting the course together for you and making it available for such a small investment, and I'm really proud of the work my team has done so that you can get the results in life that you've always wanted. Thank you so much for watching this presentation. I'm really excited to have you in the course, and I'll see you in the first lesson. Still here? Still thinking? Look, if you're still sitting there watching the video and thinking about what it would be like to enroll in the Pharaoh Code today, then you probably realize that you really only have 3 options at this point. Option 1 is to do nothing. If you really want, then I can't stop you from going back to the way you were living before you watched this video. I can't stop you from going back to your normal life, wishing and hoping that things were different, and watching other people get the results that deep down inside you know that you deserve for yourself. I think you and I both know that's not the choice that's going to make you happy in the long run, so you're also free to choose option 2, which is to figure this all out yourself. I mean, look, that's what I did. I spent years of time and countless thousands of dollars finding and reading through old philosophy books, debating with scholars and teachers, and learning from the people who directly inherited the ancient pharaoh's wisdom. I had to give up years of my free time, my social life, and all those other things you probably enjoy so much just for a chance at learning this incredible hidden knowledge. If you want to follow in my footsteps, sacrificing years of your life just to scratch the surface of this material, then I really can't stop you. That's your choice to make. But I think we both know that since you're still watching this video, and since you'd rather keep living your life while learning these secrets, the smartest thing to do is simply go with option 3 and enroll in the Pharaoh Code today. Let me simply hand you all the tricks, tools, and secrets that I spent so much time, money, and energy learning. It's all there waiting for you in a video course that's easy to understand, easy to implement, and full of techniques that will allow you to finally get control of your future and master your life in the present. I'm so confident that you'll love the Pharaoh Code and all those free bonuses that I'm even going to offer a 100% money-back guarantee on the course for up to 2 months after you sign up. That's right, you can use the Pharaoh Code for a full 59 days, and even then, if you decide that you'd rather go back to the way you were living before, then I'll honor my agreement and refund every penny. No risk, all reward, it's just that simple. And all you have to do is simply click the button below, which will take you to a completely safe and secure checkout page. Fill out and submit your information on that page, and you'll be registered in just a couple of minutes. Thanks again for watching. I know you're going to love the course, and I can't wait to see you inside.